Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay Aguila,
And this Luisito.
and we got Tyrell working on the cameras. Please be sure to follow us on all of our social media. We're talking about the Facebook, Instagram, as well as the YouTube and Twitter, Providence Lucha Talk, as well as your favorite podcast media, as well. Wrestling has been pretty weird. I mean, actually, today we are recording on a Wednesday, so we're not really going to be talking much about the AEW highlights, unless if you want to talk about Claudio match against Homeboy.
I forgot who he wrestled on Friday.
It was not wasn't it Rhodes?
Oh, the Dustin Rhodes. Yeah, I think they needed that one for filler. I feel like AEW came. It's the other point that it's like they have to do something not drastic, but like for me, it's like too many questions are. I feel like this is the point like where a company whatever goes either good or bad. So now they had the CM Punk situation, Young Bucks and whatever. So they dealt with that. I don't think they dealt with it correctly, but they dealt with that, and now.
What do you mean correctly? What would you like? What would you like to see them done?
This shouldn't. That CM Punk situation wouldn't have happened if Tony Khan had more of a hold of, not of his talent, but like that would never happen with Vince. Vince is running the show, and that's his show. He gave people too much of a leash. Now they went a little crazy because CM Punk basically messed up all out. Like he called out. Hangman couldn't go out and react to it. Then like it was just like it's a whole trickle effect about it. So like the way that Tony Khan managed it, like he's trying to like recoup as much as he can, especially what's going on today with the Grand Slam Championship. I think it Moxley against Bryan Danielson. So he recovered, but Moxley had to take one for the team because he was supposed to go on a 6-week vacation. Now he can't do that unless he loses tonight. Who knows? We'll see.
I mean, I'd rather see Bryan Danielson lose to MJF than Moxley losing to.
But like the Ring of Honor, it's like Castiglione. Okay, he's the champion, but like that championship cannot be greater than AEW, and
it's the highlight on Fridays.
Correct, but you cannot make that title greater than the AEW championship, and there's no contenders for him at the moment. I feel like not a Ring of Honor needs a show, but they need to do something to make a story out of those titles. Because he just shows up out of nowhere, like when contenders are random, and Samoa Joe comes out of nowhere. We're like, oh, now, like, no. For me, I would like to see a story, or not. Don't give me a TV show, but at least do it through YouTube or something. Like, give me a story so at least we could like be invested to the challenger rather than just like a random person they just throw out here.
Open challenge doesn't mean you have to be invested though, because that's what Claudio said. He just want competitors to come so he could show why he deserved to be the Ring of Honor heavyweight champion. So that concept to me, it's pretty honorable and definitely more of like the warrior way in a sense. And you know, I don't think Ring of Honor doesn't even have TV time, huh?
No.
So
they haven't gotten right. Like they have their catalog, but at the moment they don't have a TV deal. So I'm like, just throw in YouTube, like what they doing for Dark. What they don't do instead of Dark and Elevation, do like a Ring of, or like split it or something. So at least you have people on payroll. They're not doing nothing.
Perhaps there's more complication than what we're anticipating, because in order for you to do the YouTube, like you're saying. You got to make sure nobody has the name or has the right to that channel. And if Ring of Honor previous owner,
but they bought everything. They bought the whole catalog, everything. When he bought it, he bought everything.
Clearance. Then it's not like it's not like I think when it comes to business acquisition, like for example, the spray in the AT&T, that shit was announced years ago, but it didn't proceed until like 2021. You know what I'm saying?
After years Khan been working on this for a while. Even before he won at AEW, he's basically his main target was Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
But then he got invested with AEW, then he was able to acquire. But it was just like, I don't know. I'm not saying they need to show, because even when they had TV time, it wasn't it was a good show, but it wasn't mainstream TV. Like it wasn't like an NXT or something. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe now they could have better marketing, but it's just
They have better marketing because one, you got Samoa Joe, you got Claudio, you got the FTR as your champions.
and you also have the trios champion. They have a trios champion. They're good.
They
Dalton
had a
Castle
match.
and the boys.
Yep, they had a match in Elevation or Dark. So the YouTube thing, they kind of are like slowly taking part of it. Forgot who's their women champion?
Mercedes Martinez.
So they got stars.
Yeah.
They got stars, and also freaking Daniel Garcia being the pure champion.
Yeah.
So they have talent. It's all about clearance, and it's also about making sure, like, as soon as they do the YouTube thing, or if they are working on the TV thing, they just want to make sure they got the right pieces. So I think they're marketable. I think they do have someone in mind, but like a channel, I wouldn't mind seeing a Ring of Honor like MTV2. You know what I'm saying? Or VH1.
Because I think
like anything that needs.
they used to be in CW for a while. Then they moved to Access to even I think even Fight TV, but that one's like subscription based. So but
YouTube, or even creating your app and just streaming it. Like if I was Tony Khan, I would create an app, have my show stream on the app, either start with a $2.99 for the first year, and then bump up the price afterwards. Because people would love to see what's going on in Ring of Honor, especially like with all the talents that they are able to work. And because AEW is able to transition as well, work with Ring of Honor, I mean, like, you could definitely get like a lot of good eyes, like great talent, like the age group, which the main age group is between the age of 28 to 45. They'll definitely get that audience, and as also they'll get a lot of young kids watching that shit too. And also, who doesn't watch shit on an app anymore? You know?
it's just I just gotta see what they're doing, because I feel like like this is year 3 for AEW.
They started in 2019.
So basically year 3 for it. Basically, this is the third all out
Because the pandemic hit them hard.
No, but at least
the year before is when they.
But at least they had at least for when COVID happened, they had their own spot, so that kind of helped them out a little bit. They had Daily's Place, so at least they're able to.
They still have Daily Place.
No, but at least with that, they still had like a headquarters. WWE had to like literally move everything into the
Orlando
to the Thunderdome or the NXT thing, but. It's just, I just want to see because I feel like now it's like the point either make it or break it, because it's going to be difficult for them to carry on what they're doing.
It is going to be hard, but again, it's up to Tony Khan to just be able to be smart about it. Because as I agree with what you said, if anything, what occurred in AEW happened during Vince time or Triple H time, they would not see another check. I mean, they'll get a check, but it'll be the last one. Yeah. Exactly. But Tony Khan just definitely needs just to be more assertive with what he does. And also, he just got to just make the right move, like acquiring Ring of Honor, being part of TNA, you know what I'm saying? Working with New Japan. Those are smart strategy, because you're marketing your product, and you're helping your other talent have that type of freedom, which they all want. You know, Japan has some great stars. I want to work with those great stars. TNA got some heavy hitters. I want to work with the heavy hitters. Ring of Honor might have one of the baddest tag team. I want to see who's the baddest. So he's doing well in the marketing side, management side. Maybe he definitely might want to give control to someone else.
I feel like he's not an owner, and I feel like he's
an owner. He is.
Yes, he physically owns it, but I would say he's not a leader of like the group that he got.
But yeah, like
he's basically like more of a fan than like control over the product.
And that's something that honestly, when Stephanie took over WWE operation and stuff, the first thing she did was make sure her husband take care of all creative and operate and all the stuff that happened with the wrestler. Then they got Shawn Michael, upgrade his pay. They make sure that what's his name? Ham and Homeboy doesn't even be much because we all hate how they wrote stories and promoted shit. So she was smart to just like know how to delegate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Tony Khan definitely need to delegate. And if it was the executive vice president of Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and whoever else is in part of it, then I mean, like, okay, but it's hard to manage a group of people and also be a talent at the same time. I don't think that really worked.
It's never worked.
Paul Heyman is a definitely good example.
Yeah, it didn't work for ECW. It didn't work for when they had the Attitude Era at the moment. Like DX, they took over, but then after a while, it was just like what? Like they got stuck.
Stalemate.
WCW, NWO, like it's tough to like be a talent. I feel like you also don't want to bury yourself, but you also don't want to put yourself. So it's like a tough thing to.
And the one thing Vince did right after a while, like he had his TV time, he just working in the back. Nothing is wrong with working in the back.
Yeah,
you know, and that's something that Tony Khan just need to understand is like, sure you want control of everything, but you gotta take care of more of the marketing side. That's more of your specialty. Yeah. We gotta give props when prop is due. Marketing side, he is a fucking genius. Yeah. You gotta give him that. But like you say, managing and be able to like be a leader, I'll find someone. Find someone who done the business pretty well, like a Bishop, Eric Bishop type of character.
Bishop he got some history. It's tough. Like
I'm just saying, I'm not saying get him.
You could hire him as a consultant. Well, he was good in the beginning when he was doing. Like, he was that. He was a consultant, but he wasn't fully vested into the company because like you don't like people doesn't go back to their bad habits, but it's just like just give him enough to like help you out, but not for him to take over.
Facts. I would love to see if Paul Wright and Henry could also Mark Henry are able to take that type of role because they're respectable human beings, and I'm wondering if they also be respectable leaders too. You know, so I feel like he just needs to learn how to delegate.
Because I feel like even I was reading what's his name Booker T in the NTV. He said basically he likes what Tony Khan's doing as an entrepreneur and an owner and everything, but I feel like he needs to, I think I'm paraphrasing, he basically said that he needs to worry about what's going in house and deal with his problems and everything's going on instead of worrying about what the opposition or WWE is doing. Because you worry about your neighbor rather than like your house. Basically, you need to take care of home first before you deal with competition. So it's at the moment that he needs to like put all his ducks in a row and like make sure from this point on everything goes as he got a plan, or at least have a strategy to deal with this moment.
I mean, similar to what's happening with the Sun and the owner selling the both Suns team, Mercury, and the Phoenix team, both the Suns and the Mercury women's basketball team. I think it's like once you get rid of like, I don't like using this terminology, but I'm just gonna say cancer. Once you get rid of the cancer, then you're gonna see progression.
It just need a new culture, because I feel like at when in the beginning of AEW, you had not a leader, but you had Cody that was like not in charge of everything, but he was like managing everything on the back end. Then you also had Omega, Young Bucks, and everything that at least Cody worked with alongside with Tony Khan. I feel like there's something like a buffer, something that's like a distance between Tony Khan and like talent and stuff. So I feel like you need to put somebody. It's either somebody has to step up or somebody needs to be the leader. Because Jericho did it for a while and he was helping out, but it's like Jericho can do so much, and he also got like his music. He got family, like all this stuff.
He has
so
personal
it's just like,
stuff. And Moxley can't really do it because Moxley really is in his own.
Yeah, I feel like he's more talent.
Like, yeah, he's in his prime, like we talked about. So if he's in his prime, he really doesn't want to care about managing the people. He just want to like be able to uplift the business. You know, Kenny should have been the proper guy, but I think he still has that like.
He still got the itch. He still wants to wrestle. So it's like tough to like. He did what he did, and he was a multi-champion, great. But it's just like. You need to find that one person to like, I don't know, be an ally or like a middle person between.
I think he might go for the TNT championship.
He could take it all if he wants to. Like it's
I mean, that's Kenny. Between the TNT and the Atlantic Championship.
He'd be good. I wouldn't mind seeing him eventually. See him with the Ring of Honor stuff.
That'd be interesting. I would like to see him working more with the Pure because he was already the heavyweight for Ring of Honor.
But I'm saying just to like come back because you also have the elite Bullet Club and elite situation, so you have a story there.
Yep.
So they just gotta see what's going on because it's I don't know.
So one of the bullets I had is there's a rumor saying that AEW might be taking away the ranking of the wrestler. Does that helps or that make it less?
The ranking, I feel like it's easier to keep who's, let's say, in the top 5, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not gonna use it for your benefit, doesn't mean nothing. Because, for example, I think we mentioned a couple episodes back, I mentioned when the tag team division, we was like, oh, for me, it was like, why is Acclaim having a title shot if there's 3 people above them, even though those 3 teams above them were part of the trios. Mm-hmm. So it's like, some of the stuff doesn't make sense. Like, yes, okay, they're top 5, but like, shouldn't the number 1 contender go? Let's say they lose, then number 2 contender, or like battle it out between. So it's like, if you're not able to utilize those stats, and also I'm not saying not every win means the same, but like a lot of people building up wins in a show that doesn't matter, but like either elevation or dark, which get your wins great, but it's just like you might have somebody that's not up to the caliber yet to be elevated to a title shot. So it's like it's a kind of like a catch-22. I'm like, okay, cool, people start getting wins and move up the ranking, but they might not be prepared for that moment yet. So you have to like manage it. I don't mind the ranking, but it's just like they don't know how to use them.
I mean, the ranking was one element that made AEW a little bit fun because people like stats. You know what I'm saying? People like to know like overall numbers, how well they perform, who they beat, who not beat. We know like Y2J has his number against freaking. He had number over Daniel Bryan, and now Daniel Bryan finally wins some. So it's like, yo, that's a big up. So the stats does impact. It does. Losing it, I feel like is like who's gonna manage like the talent, and who's gonna make sure the progression of like if I'm working hard in dark or elevation, how am I gonna make sure that my name is gonna at least get to Wednesday night or even a Friday night in order for people to see me in national TV. That's what I liked about the ranking is like even though the Acclaims were getting wins in dark and elevation, but still look at where they're at right now. Yeah. Right now, they're prepping for the Grand Slam event where New York is going to be on their side, and if they don't pull the trigger and give, if they don't give them, bro.
I would say all out. I'm glad that they didn't win it. I feel like
they should have.
They should have
they should have won an all out. As soon as you seen the crowd be in favor for the opposing team, like the one that was supposed to be the underdog, bro, you would have gotten so much viewership and people would have been right behind them being like, yo.
But I like that they didn't do it, so it built more tension, suspense for like
there's tension
for the next.
But one tell you what I didn't like is just like the following when they were at Buffalo, that whole moment, it was just like, bro, you didn't give me anything except just a decent promo. Yeah. I don't mind you doing promo, but at least let me see the talent work. You know what I'm saying? Like people pay good money to see people work, and they're not gonna do nothing on the ring. They're just gonna do promo. Man, that's something you could have done backstage or something, or done the video package, or do the UFC thing where they're in different room talking to each other. So that's something I don't like. Is just like you want to build momentum, but yet you're not really delivering it the way how. I'm talking my personal interest is how I would like to seen it. Yeah. I would have rather them get the push and then swerve in. They're
gonna break up eventually. I even mentioned it. I was like,
why did I freeze on his name?
Keith Lee.
They
weren't gonna last too long because they've been at it for.
But I'd rather them be like, yo, I don't care about I would rather them be the lawbreakers like they were in All Out, and they be like, yo, I don't give a damn of who's after. We got next. I'm not going back. I want my rematch and have it in Grand Slam. I think that would have been a little bit more tension. And if the Acclaim kept the title after that match, they're solid. You know what I'm saying? People would have been behind them for at least months.
Yeah, but I think tonight's the day that they'll. It should be.
It all depends on how they deliver it. You know what I'm saying? And by they, I mean like the people who work out the match, because we all know wrestling, a lot of stuff is already predetermined. It's worked out among the two group of people, or the people who are in the match. But there are occasions that, you know, the owners, like one time Triple H pulled the trigger and was like, yo, I don't want this wrestler to win this match. I'm going to have other person win the match, because the person who was supposed to win was not working well. Like the performance was like below average, and Triple H was like, nah, I don't want that. I'd rather have the
And I think it's more of a, I think if the claimants are winning tonight, it's a big good story, because let's say they could have a rematch, or they could get, because the firm got created last week or 2 weeks ago, they could go against the
Ass Boys.
The Gun Club, and that's automatic. You have one story that you have a rematch, so you have another story, and you have other teams that are waiting, and they could even have Phoenix and Penta maybe potentially have not another rematch, but like they could be double champion again. Who knows?
They could be double champion, or
I saw the meme. It was kind of funny. There was like Pac. It's because he got two champions, but like Tupac.
Oh yeah,
like two title, but like
100%.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know. It's just like the direction that they're doing is fine. It got to improve. You know, I think they're just losing steam in the momentum at the moment, and hopefully this Grand Slam does help them. But if it's not, then they're gonna get buried on Friday night, because what we saw was on Tuesday is that they're gonna do a ladder match for the North American Championship.
for Soul Sokoa.
Well, no, they said since that match was not sanctioned, they relinquished the belt from them, and now they're gonna have a match for the belt.
Yeah, for NXT, right?
For North America.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I saw that. I'm like, why is he forfeiting the thing? But I'm like,
they say it was in the match. That match wasn't sanctioned. Nobody approved it.
He did an open challenge. And he showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just...
I get that, but I guess that's like WWE saying, oh, wait, this is not what we want to do. Let's try to clean this up.
But I know he defended on Friday against Macam Moss. He defended the North American title. He won.
On SmackDown.
But...
What are y'all thinking? Yo, come on, creative. So, what's going on?
So then he comes him on yesterday, on Tuesday, he had to forfeit because it was
it was in sanction. That's what they said. So now they're gonna have a ladder match, and I would be damned if they don't take that opportunity to have the Bloodline show up. You know what I'm saying? Him being Solo being part of the match, and then the Bloodline just show up, help out, because there should be no DQ.
Because it's not a match.
Yeah. So there's no DQ. The Bloodline should be able to help out, help them get the belt again, and show like, yo, they're strength in numbers, you know? Like showing like who really wants that. Because if you do that, then you're really starting war games for Survivor Series, which again, I'm really excited that there's going to be a war game match in Survivor Series. We're talking about two arenas, two rings next to each other inside of a cage, where two group of team, or maybe three, go at it, and they all go in one at a time, boom, 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 and they just will give one a hell of a show. NXT is known for that. Majority of the roster are recent alumni from NXT, so it's really excited to see how this is going to play out. What's your thoughts so far of the announcement of the war games?
I wasn't expecting war games. I know we talked the last episode.
Even NXT, though Regals is not going to yell out war games, but
they I know they wanted to do basically through story. They wanted to do NXT, SmackDown, and Raw. So even a regular Survivor Series, I would have been fine with it. And we mentioned a couple of matches that we would like to see and stuff, but throwing a couple of war games there, it's good because it gives. I know regular WWE seen war games and stuff that watch NXT, but I feel like becoming a part of Survivor Series, or basically like being more of a mainstream pay-per-view. In addition to, I feel like it gives you more flexibility for matches and different. Like it gives you that war game like section into like for more people to watch it, because people said it before, but it might be a select few that watch NXT. Now it's more like main show, which is good. And it's not a whole pay-per-view. It's I like that they added it as part of a couple of matches, which is they need to narrow down and like their matches too, which is good.
Yeah, I think we might not see a lot of the traditional like 5-on-5. I think that might be like substitute with War Game.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm hoping that the champions, if they're included in NXT, which so far it seems like it, I'm just hoping that the champions be able to go against each other. Except the only problem is that Roman is representative of both.
Yeah, and
he don't got Raw and also the Uso.
He don't have Roman at the moment. So my opinion, he doesn't have a number one contender at the moment.
So Braun from NXT should be,
and Braun Breaker has 2 contenders. That's the issue. One doesn't have nobody, and the other one has 2 contenders. So it's just like how you gonna put? I think they got a month and a half. I think November 26th.
They got Extreme Rule, and they also got the Halloween Havoc coming up.
Yeah, but I think Halloween Havoc will happen probably during Extreme Rule, like October. Mm-hmm. But let's say they have 2 months to figure out what they want to do. And I think that's happening in TD Garden, so it's gonna be a good one. But I know Ilya Dragunov showed up yesterday, which was great. And so it's Ilya Dragunov basically in the title contender, and you also have McDonough as the other contender. So I don't know if they're gonna do another triple threat, or might have Ilya Dragunov just go. I would personally would like to see Dragunov against Roman. That'd be really good because you have somebody smaller. It's just like aesthetically for the wrestling would be better because it's he wrestles like Finn Balor but more like aggressive.
I'd rather see like a younger amateur Brock Lesnar going at Roman than like a small dude going after Roman.
This small dude, he handled Walter. He could
you know what I'm saying? Like he could. I know what he could do.
His thing. Yeah. And he's not that small. He's the same size as Braun Breaker. He's just physically a little bit less like built. Well, height wise and everything, it's the same thing as Braun Breaker.
Still, Braun is like preferably the person I would like to see against Roman in Survivor Series versus anyone else at the moment. Yeah. If what's his name again?
Ilya Dragunov.
Dragunov wins in the near future the belt, and let's say he has a match with Roman in freaking a Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? I'll be cool. Or day one, I'll be cool with that. You know. But for Survivor Series, I feel like Mandy should be part of the triple threat. The blonde varsity.
Varsity blonde. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Pretty Deadly
they're called Pretty Deadly.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is the blonde varsity?
It's AEW.
Yeah. I would love to see Solo go against Bobby Lashley and freaking Gunther. That would have
who's the new IC champion now? It's still Gunther, or he hasn't lost it?
He hasn't lost it. No, not
yet.
Okay, tech support, can you help?
On it.
Yeah. I don't think he's lost. I feel like somebody swapped. It could have been maybe I have the Soul Core swap it out, but
right. Well, the North American is currently vacant, so that's going to be filled in. But Gunther has not. He hasn't lost it in the UK tour. Okay. So if it wasn't there, he still got the belt. So him against Bobby Lashley alone is great. Mm-hmm. Adding Solo is a good taste.
Tech support back at it again. This people are saying Gunther is still champion.
Yeah. Gunther is still champion. Thank you. Yeah. So that would be something to see. The women tag team definitely, if
them two would be good. So you have Control versus
Non-Toxic Attraction.
No, it's
not Stark and Lion either.
Wow, I thought it was Toxic Attraction.
Tech support once again. Who's the NXT tag team women champion?
I'm on it again.
Yeah.
So that would be a nice match, but again, I would either add some of these great tag team matches.
That Katana and Casantaro and
isn't one of them injured though?
I don't know. I know one of them has the dreadlocks. She's Filipino and Casantaro.
We'll definitely get a report back shortly. So I feel like some matches should be part of the like a buy-in or the pre-show, and then focus more on War Game. Also, Riddle and freaking Seth Rollins are part of the what's it called? The Pitfall.
The cage match one.
It has a name.
It's a pit. Yeah, it's pit match, I think. Basically, he had one with what's his name? He used to be part of Imperium.
Yep.
He did. He had one, and he
Wolf. No, not Wolf. I was thinking about.
Tech support back again.
Yep.
It's Kaden Carter and Katana Chance.
Yeah.
Yep. Kaden Carter. Thank you.
Do you remember which one? He used to be part of NXT, right? And he used to be part of Imperium. He's basically was like a brawler wrestler, but he's not in NXT anymore. I forgot his name.
It's fine. It's fine. He see the name of the last match Riddle had, and Kurt Angle was the special referee. I remember that.
But I know there was a pit match that basically was like a cage. It's basically kind of like a UFC match.
Yeah, but what's the name of that cage match? That's what I'm trying to remember.
But that stuff that will help Riddle to win that. I think Riddle that'll be the one that he gets won over Seth Rollins.
But honestly, to me, it's like the beef should have been a fight pit. That's what it's called.
Okay.
It's called a fight pit. When was the last fight pit? It's Riddle and Kurt Angle was the special referee. It's the opponent name. I want to say it's Wolf, but it's not Wolf.
Thatcher.
Yeah, Tom.
Thatcher came.
Yeah, that's the
Thatcher.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
He was part of Imperium before they came over. Yeah.
Yep. So,
Timothy Thatcher. That's what it is. Yeah.
But they shortened it once he went to SmackDown or
Survivor's gonna be good. I know we have a month, basically 2 months until Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme Rules, they just doing something. I feel that's more of a filler because I know they have.
That is an Extreme Rule event.
Yeah, next time is next.
I thought that was part of Survivor.
Nah, and they also have they named. I don't think it was like. I think they used it for the money, but I know they're doing the Saudi Arabia show, and it's gonna be Roman Reigns against Logan Paul.
It's not bad.
It's just money.
It's money. It's money. I don't care what other people say by other people. Big Frank. Yeah. I'll call him out. I'll call him out. Like he was talking nonsense in our group chat. It's all about the money.
Marketing.
It's easy money. If the Prince wanted to meet
but that
Logan
was easy.
Paul,
like how they did with McAfee and Adam Cole. They had some beef through in his podcast. Then that basically paid out as a match. Then you have Roman Reigns in his podcast. They were cool. Then now just flip the switch and now we go against each other. Like it was perfect marketing. And I feel like I like that Logan Paul did his thing for his part of the marketing and Roman basically held it down. And I like Paul Heyman. He was like, you still have time to like
reconsider. Yeah.
Like it's like you sure you don't want to like you're swimming in the deep end, which he is. But I will say I will give him credit because he has shown me and us that he could handle the big stage. I know he wrestled against, like he got some. Also, the person that he went against, he's a good person to like a good partner to the Miz. Perfect. It's just now he's going to Roman. It's another level.
To me, the person who's going to have the most difficulty to me, it's not Logan Paul. It's Roman Reigns.
He has to be now. He has to.
Roman Reigns has to be like he has to prove the world why he's considered as the ranked top five in the PWI. You know, this is a match that yes, it's a celebrity type of match, but you gotta definitely show the world like why people like respect your name and why you are like the face of the company.
And he gonna show us that he could be a ring general. He always wrestle against somebody that. He not has more experience than him, but in overall experience, everybody he's faced.
He faced a lot of people that were powerful or had
more experience. Yeah, at least more experience. I could carry the match.
Better talker, technical wrestler, bigger, a better gimmick. He has faced people who was able to compensate certain areas that Roman Reigns is lacking. Now you're gonna be working with a celebrity who, like you said. We'll give him props for so far the match he has given us, but now you got to make him look at least good, and not because
it can be a squash match.
And it's not because you're in a different country. You know what I'm saying? Where people will just be excited to see. Now, like other people in the States are going to be watching this and reporting about this, and it's your name. Your name is on this match. So again, Roman Reigns, I'm hoping that you guys come up with something great, but also get ready to at least sell some good bumps. Yeah. Because if this is like a 5-minute match, then godly.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, the hype was real. You know what I'm saying? The hype was just like, all right, we got the viewership. All right, let me get my check and bounce. That's
even though they could do that,
they can,
which is like
there's a possibility.
That's their,
there's a great
payday.
possibility. But what other matches we might be seeing there? Do you think Randy Orton might come back for?
I think he's
Crown
probably.
Jewel?
I will hold him. I will personally hold him off until maybe the Rumble or like Mania or something.
We know Sami Zayn is not gonna. No. He's not gonna travel.
You might probably see maybe Seth Rollins, maybe another Riddle Seth Rollins situation.
Kevin Owens is not gonna travel. No. We're gonna see.
You probably see Bobby Lashley or
Mansoor and his crew might have a good match to promote them. Like,
yeah, but I think they're more of a Joe comedy.
Gimmick.
So.
Yeah, they're a gimmick, but at the same time, he's still a wrestler, and it's like in his hometown, his home country.
Yeah. But he got his shine. I feel like you have other people. You could get one of the guys from NXT that he's, I think he's Indian, so not the same region, but similar. And there's a couple other people from
Jinder too.
Jinder as well.
Jinder, Veer, and whatever Silky or whatever his name is, Sicko.
Yeah,
the other tall. Yeah. Like they have some representation, but they had this tall girl too who was Indian, and she was. Right. But still, I would bring her.
Yeah, she was.
I would bring her just for like representation.
But there's really nobody else that like they may have
Street Profit, Viking Raider. See if the New Days is willing to do the travel.
You probably see Mysterio situation over there.
Oh, without Rhea. Unless if Rhea
she'll just dress up all black or like a full gown or something.
Oh, full gown. Oh, that would be kind of like an empress, like Cleopatra type of style.
But they've dressed up of like a jumpsuit. But they've done a jumpsuit match and stuff. So they kind of like, I think the second or third time they've done it, they kind of figure a loop around.
Yeah, it was like Natalia
and Carmella, I think.
I thought it was Naomi.
I know Carmella was in one of them. Alexa Bliss was in another.
So the original two were Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss, but they were not matches that was in front of the Prince. Yeah. It was like
a pre-show,
like a pre-show, but in a private setting. Then after that, they did have Lacey Evans and Natalia, but they were there just in case if they get the green light. And I remember seeing Naomi.
Could be. I remember seeing or something. Could be maybe.
I remember seeing that light, like that neon color. So that's why in my mind it's like Naomi's definitely was one of a person. Maybe it was Carmella. Maybe it was someone else. But yeah. Who would I? I would like to see. I
wouldn't mind Rousey over there. That's like you need up.
Rousey ain't gonna travel.
They got money, so they be
Rousey ain't gonna travel. Becky Lynch. I think it was Becky Lynch who was in that.
But they got money, so they'd be like, we want XYZ. So I feel like since at the moment, like you're not gonna put Liv Morgan in a match over there, so you could have Rousey against somebody.
I would have Liv Morgan
with Rousey over there.
Or whomever. I would. Rousey is not traveling. No. I believe in my heart. She's not gonna like go out of state for what, you know. I don't think she's willing to go that far. Lacey Evans, sure. Liv Morgan, yes. Belair with her husband, possibility. No. I could see.
You probably see Bobby Lashley, maybe Imperium.
I would definitely like that. A preview of what could occur in Survivor Series. I would like to see that. I would like to see match wise. I agree with you with the Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins. It's like
they're gonna be stuck together
unless somebody comes through this Friday. This Friday, they're announcing someone to return to
this is the one that
SmackDown.
The QR code that they
gave. You kill the world.
Yeah, the 923 at 923.
That's my birthday too.
I will say
I'm really interested to see who it is too.
You weren't born on 923, right? You're not showing up in SmackDown.
I'm not showing up.
Okay, no. It's not you. Okay,
it's not me. I wish it was. I wish it was. But
you're gonna stay tuned just in case he might show up on SmackDown.
Hey, I could disappear from this studio and end up there in an instant. It's TV magic. It could definitely.
Because imagine it's not. Everybody's saying it's Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt. Imagine it's not Bray Wyatt. Like you just played everybody to just.
So speculation was it could be Bad Bunny. Like the Bunny's coming back.
Yeah.
Which if he willing to travel to Saudi Arabia for to do a highlight, that's hey, kudos for you. Because you're trying to get more people to like you even more. And shout out to Bad Bunny for helping out with Puerto Rico, being proactive and trying to make sure to provide enough money, resource to try to restore power and such for his motherland. That's dope, you know. And also prayers to Puerto Rico.
It's
hopefully,
crazy.
yeah, the bridges. My God.
Luckily enough, when my family's from, it hit the other side. Like we live on the like east coast of Puerto Rico, so basically went through like south then west. So it didn't go through Puerto Rico.
Oh, so instead of going to the east side, it went
like
under.
down, and basically we got where my family's from. They said there's a lot of wind and stuff. So we basically got the tail end, like basically the big swirl of the wind. But if you look at the map, whatever the eye, so it basically went underneath like the Caribbean Sea, went through the basically near Ponce, like middle, then went through like midwest of Puerto Rico and went out.
And my family, who's from the Dominican Republic, who also are on the east side, La Romana, my cousin sent me a video, and it was just very like heavy wind in that side, and it was very cloudy, and it was just a little bit not great, but they told me they didn't really lost power.
Yeah, no, Puerto Rico's bad. Their electricity, it's never.
I have a friend who live in Carolina, and she said that today is when at midnight she got power again at her area.
3 days without power and stuff. Or
3 days. What about the bridge that they got to?
No, that's another issue. But
the animals were almost sunk.
Yeah.
Most animals were sunk. Land are destroyed. I don't know how long honestly, and being that I don't know how long a flood in a town take for it to like fully, deteriorate for then you be able to like walk on land.
Some places were crazy. They had they built a bridge after Maria. So brand new bridge, spanking new. They got money, fixed it, cool. And the water just took it. And I'm like, that's crazy. But yeah, no,
don't take shortcut. Don't take shortcut. My God. Because if it's the same bridge that you're referring to that I saw, I was like,
and sometimes the thing is tough is some towns are like one way in, one way out. So it's like you gotta find another way to get around.
You better have been up in that mountain or something. But yeah, our prayers to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic as well. But yeah, like I said, it could be Bad Bunny.
It probably will be because people trying to puzzle it together and stuff, and like I saw one on Twitter. The bunny, the QR code basically was like a bunny doing hangman. And it says you did, but everywhere that the bunny landed, it said demon. So it could be, it could be every.
El conejo malo.
It could be Bad Bunny, or it could be the white rabbit that Bray Wyatt had. Maybe it could be like a rebirth or rebranding of Bray Wyatt as like that person. Because remember, he had
what's the name of that rabbit?
He had Husky Harris. He had like where he was the pig in the beginning. Then you had the buzzard, which was like Bray Wyatt at the beginning. So the rabbit could be him. People maybe were saying a rebranding of Alexa Bliss again. So who knows?
And it's
and also you have like the little time thing. It could be Karen Cross with TikTok. So who, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so in the poster for Seth versus Matt Riddle, there is the Firefly lamp
on the top.
On the
back, yeah.
So some indication it'd be like, yeah, it got to be him.
Yeah, Braun is back. So at least you have one piece.
And then during Alexa Bliss match when they were in San Diego, the light flickered during her match, and it was like, oh, power was gone.
Yeah.
It could be an indication like, oh, Sister Abigail could also be returning. So that's another indication that
because you have all the pieces. Because you have Rowan back, like he's a free agent. He hasn't been signed, hasn't been anything. He's just, I think he's Redbeard. He was a part of AEW, but he wasn't fully signed to AEW.
No, he just participated in certain match.
Braun Strowman's fully back, and he's even better now, 2.0 than what he was. Physically and everything. It was just like
he's great, but the current push or gimmicks that they got him doing is kind of like, come on, bro.
Well, he went from a flower bud from the dancing dude, Rosebuds, to what he's now. So like he's evolved, so he knows how to work, and he has range.
I guess the absent made the heart founder, and that's why we're a little bit more appreciative of him. again, I just don't like the current gimmick. That's all I'm saying. I just
Because it's
don't like
tough.
the
Because
current.
he's like not like a Brock Lesnar, but like you have to book him.
It's like when
correctly.
Bobby Lashley had to deal with Lana in the Rusev story. It's like
They all go through something like that.
I'm like, bro, come on, just start putting him in matches and see if he
Bray
can
Wyatt
beat
should be
Gunther.
good, and especially like we might see. I don't know Halloween Havoc, maybe. Who knows?
Is Havoc is before or after?
Before Survivor Series. I think it might be Halloween Havoc, then Extreme Rules. So you know what I'm saying? Like it could.
This is a wild guess, and so far some of my bold prediction has been coming true. I would laugh with all this gimmick and stuff. It's not Bray. What if it's really EC3?
I hope not.
If it's EC3,
I hope not.
because like, think about it. Braun is back. Cross is back. He's not like he's still like telling story.
Yeah.
What if he's just like be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell people to be looking and pay attention to Bray, but I'm gonna be showing up from the dark side and blind shot you, and here I am once again.
Yeah, but like I feel like he wouldn't fit at the moment. How not to WWE, but it's just like he
doesn't have to do much. Okay, so first. With Triple H taking over, right?
Mm-hmm.
If EC3, if it is EC3, right?
Yeah.
If it is, because it's more favorable that it's Bray. But if it is EC3, you could still have him do video package. You know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff that he was doing out of WWE was great stuff. So you have him work with that. You could bring back Drake. You know what I'm saying? His the guy that used to be the 24/7 champion, married to Renee.
he's a producer now.
Okay.
Yeah, Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick. I will bring Drake back with him. You know what I'm saying? Do those video package. Have him team up with Cross and Braun. You know what I'm saying? And build a factor around them.
Like what? Like a control your narrative thing? Because they work together.
I mean, like they weren't together, but they could work together. Yeah. You know, they it's like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They're best friends out of the ring, but also in the ring, and it worked. So if you could work with your friends, you know what I'm saying? Like the New Day, you know, they were not the bestest friends, but they did work well out and into the ring. So I feel like Braun, Cross, and EC3 are the three people who I feel like could create a factor and maybe help out push or give a little bit more challenging to Judgment Day, because Judgment Day now are in the recruiting process as well, and it seems like they might want AJ Styles to be their leader versus Dominic. Dominic might just be like, you know, the pet boy for Rhea, and then, you know, help more.
Which wouldn't be I wouldn't mind that spot either.
like goddamn, but it would have been cool to see AJ being part of a factor again, especially like that ending promo of Finn Balor be like, and you know, remember the recruiting still stand, and he finished off with the two sweet sim, bro. That was brilliant.
Yeah, I feel like the Bray Wyatt thing. That's probably like what it may happen, but like we need somebody like a strong faction, maybe the Wyatt family again or something, but because you need somebody to like take care of for SmackDown the Judgment Day, and you also need a group to handle.
Cross is working SmackDown pretty well in the shadow. I don't know if Cross is great working with other people, but I think he has no problem working with friends. That's my thoughts.
Because there's a group similar to the Bray Wyatt in NXT. They're okay, but I feel like you could plug Joe Gacy out.
Oh God!
And into
that group. Oh my God!
They try.
That build up is so weird.
Yeah, but the tag team I wasn't expecting. What is that? The young vets. Them being like the dyad or the tag team with the guy. So it was like a good build up, and I didn't expect who it was, but it hasn't been put together. Something's missing. So maybe if they could get at least Joe Gacy get absorbed by Bray Wyatt and become part of that wouldn't be too bad. Well, even you could bring not Bo Dallas, but like literally have Bo Dallas with Bray Wyatt.
That's another thing too. Yeah. Bo Dallas better be with Bray, like dead ass. Like what Bo Dallas was an NXT champion. You know what I'm saying? He was respected in his brand.
He was good.
But he got buried.
Yeah.
Because
they didn't believe in him. So
Wow, you had to go for it.
I had to.
Yo, he's just like Aaron's judge right now, swinging hard for that 61.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Anywho, now, do you believe now? Like, no, the game. No, that was his game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gonna believe. Yeah. But he. Yeah. I guess we just gotta be patient until Friday and see what happens at night. If nothing, honestly, sometimes I wish they swerve people because it'd be like so much promoting and nothing happens, and you get a spike on TV and people talking. You know what I'm saying? Like
the last time they did a countdown, I remember Y2J coming through.
Mm-hmm.
I remember,
because even the Bray Wyatt when he came back, like a couple of times he went away for a while and came back. Like you still had
Valentine Dream came through.
Same thing with what was not
because he went after the Undisputed Era.
Yep. Even Kenny Omega coming back so there was like some gimmicks that are like just so much tension.
Kenny Omega didn't have time.
Not a time, but when from when he showed up, they kept building for like everybody was thinking it was a
Heyman. The trio was an indication that he was returning. Yeah. That's true.
But because we just gotta wait until Friday. The 9/23. That's gonna be everybody's gonna be eyes on that.
Yep. And it could be like a match could be happening and then boom at 9:23 light goes off.
Because normally halfway through, no matter around 9 o'clock, 9:30, is it that they don't give you the best match, but they give you a match that like it sustains like the peak that keeps trying to capture the audience at that time. So normally they'll throw like a championship match there or like Miss TV when he was in SmackDown, something there just to capture your attention and keep
Bayley
you there.
could still do the ding dong.
Yeah, but she's Raw though.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Fudge.
Yeah.
Logan Paul could try to do his own TV show.
Yeah. He could have a promo off with like him and Paul Heyman or Roman or whatever.
Oh yeah, another promo.
Yeah.
But I think like I believe that even if a match happened or a promo happened, we're going to see like the light beam flicker around 9:23.
Yeah. People have been doing. They've been doing that. They've been. When they go on commercials, I saw a couple of tweets that they literally shut the whole the lights off and people have like the Bray Wyatt and they put the theme song in the background during commercials and they go back live again and like nothing happens.
Oh yeah,
people who like record or like take pictures, whatever, they'll like post
and they sing along to the song too.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a great indication it is Bray, but
or
what
could be evil Bad Buddy, Bad Buddy's heel turn.
So he's already bad and you're seeing
so it's
evil.
double negative.
Yeah, so he's just bunny.
Yes.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
Hey.
This is why you're tech support right now. Like you're the research department. More better said, you're the research department. God,
because I feel like another person that we might see not relevant to the 923. I know there's a basketball Dwight Howard. He's a free agent, and Triple H was talking to him to see if he came back because I know he was doing some tryouts. I think during SummerSlam. So I think he might be possible next like celebrity that might go through either NXT or SmackDown or whatever. But we might see Dwight Howard.
No,
you wouldn't want to see that. So another 7-footer, just like Shaq, more athletic. Carmelo more athletic than he was. So
no, you don't need Dwight. Dwight just needs to focus on basketball.
Nobody wants him at the moment.
He got picked up by Chicago Bulls.
We'll see. When I posted the thing, when they posted the thing, he was a free agent. So I don't know if they signed him from then, but
yeah. Because the last time I checked, Chicago Bulls is my basketball team. So we picked up Andre Drummond, and also alongside his name was like also we picked up like Dwight Howard. So if he got waived off already, then godly, like I don't know. Or if he bought out his contract, I don't know. But it's like okay, because I thought he was gonna do great in rebound, but doesn't seem like that's gonna happen this year. Like shoot, well, all right. Do you believe Charlotte will be returning for Survivor Series and be part of War Games?
Chico show after. But I don't
after War Game or like during the War Game.
Nah, I wouldn't want her.
You don't think she's gonna pull like a Kevin Owens?
Nah, I would just
You think she might pull like Dakota Kai did to Tegan and just like attack,
But she has to be
ambush?
part of the selection, so I don't think she should. I don't think she's gonna show up with the next.
What
2
if
months.
she just go rogue and just beat everybody up? Like at first she just attacked like let's say a Bailey or Belair doesn't even make it to the ring and she just take her out because Belair has been saying like her last goal is to beat Charlotte Flair
because she's probably gone through almost all the.
She already pinned Bailey, Becky,
and
Sasha.
The only one she's
is Charlotte, which is a goal that's still tangible, still doable. I have seen clip of Charlotte posting her workout and she's staying in shape, so I think she might be coming back sooner than later.
Yeah, but she could be a day one thing or so.
And also Beth Phoenix. Beth Phoenix has been working out and getting ready.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a match between Rhea Ripley.
You think she's going for Rhea?
Yeah.
Damn.
But Edge has to come back though. Like Edge has to come back.
That story has to work out pretty clean in order for that to work.
But
out.
I feel like the Rumble day one will be good for Charlotte, or Rumble day one. Or even basically before Mania, the like Elimination Chamber will be good for her. So at least she has something to go for. But like Survivor Series is just like.
I mean, if that was the case, she should have gotten pregnant and then got ready for the freaking Mania.
It wasn't in the plans.
Anywho, so I think we cover a lot of bases. Checking my notes real quick. Let's see. War Games in the Fight Pit. Who might be returning? Okay, let's go in their primes. So this is our segment called In Their Primes, where we talk about selective wrestler in different time, in their prime, in their time in wrestling, and ideally, predict a match and figure out who will be the winner. I know I wrote the word Trish in our group message, but work was hectic and I really didn't complete my trains of thought. So because September is Spanish Heritage Month in a sense, because Guatemala, Nicaragua, Mexico, they all celebrate their independence. I thought it'd be cool to talk about a fatal four way against some known Latina heritage or descent group of people. So Lita. One of the Bella twins.
Nikki, right? Nah, Brie.
One. You just pick one of them.
I was like, I gotta be Nikki because Brie.
You pick one.
Brie mode ain't enough.
I want. I'm trying to see if there was any of them in AEW or freaking.
Just Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa, thank you. How I forgot about you, Thunder Rosa. My apologies. And then I don't want to do Raquel. I'm trying to think about one more person. Maybe AJ. You want to do AJ?
So you got AJ, Trish.
No, Trish. Lita.
Okay, so you're doing like I guess
Latin
Spanish,
descent.
like,
Yeah.
Okay, so you have Lita, Thunder Rosa.
One of the Bella twins.
Okay, and you have AJ Lee.
Yeah. Or do you want to do Bailey? Bailey is Mexican descent.
I think it's better than Bailey.
Word. Yeah. Wow. I mean, like AJ Lee did walk, but Bailey sure ran that division better.
I still think AJ.
A better technical than technical wrestler.
She'll make Bailey submit.
Bro, bro, we're talking about it. It was like, I think the time frame said it was like nearly like 10 or 12 years ago that Bailey had her first match. And she wrestled again in her hometown,
San Jose or San Diego. Yeah.
San Diego on Monday.
Yeah.
What? Bailey.
AJ. Nope. There was nobody. You basically had to take somebody unknown to take her out.
Who was the unknown?
Paige. If it wasn't for Paige, AJ Lee would still be champion, but AJ Lee would have been still champion.
Paige was taking over NXT before NXT was even a thing.
Yeah, but Paige was the one who defeated AJ Lee, and then she started from there on. But like AJ Lee was running the women's championship.
But Paige was like raw talent though.
But it took Paige. Paige is better than Bailey. Even in the horsewoman, Bailey is not the best out of the 4 horsewomen.
What technical wrestling wise?
It's Charlotte,
Whoa.
Becky, Sasha, Bailey.
I don't. 1 and 2 is between Sasha and Flair for sure.
Becky's still better than Bailey, so she's still 4th. No matter how you add it up, Bailey's still number 4 out of the 4 horsewomen.
I don't think she's really much as well. All right, but
Yeah.
for the sake of the show.
So AJ Lee, Lita, one of the Bellas, and
one of the Bella and Thunder Rosa. I'm trying to see if there was Mercedes Martinez, but she was. Yeah.
She's good, but
Renee Gonzalez is still young. Aaliyah is not too.
I think she's Mediterranean.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought she was like more on our side.
I think she's Armenian or Greek.
Zelina, I was like, no.
Don't even bother with Zelina.
Vicky never wrestled like that. Yeah, there's not a lot of like.
There's Eva Mendes, but nah.
Eva Mendes,
yes. Look her up. She was the one who I think kissed John Cena. She was a champion. It was like
the one that had that love story with Zack Ryder.
No. The one that was always teaming up with John Cena. She was brunette. She
was irrelevant right now, so no.
So basically, Lita, Thunder Rosa, Bella, and AJ Lee.
Thunder Rosa right now is in her prime. She's definitely building up since she's getting good height. All the stuff she did in AAA, Ring of Honor, Impact. I'm not sure if she did Underground. Did she did the Underground show?
She was Víbora.
There we go.
She had the ponytail and the green mask.
Okay. So,
she was with Luchasaurus, I think. She was like the insect. She was like Drago, Thunder, Víbora and Luchasaurus.
Okay. So that's cool. So I think currently she's in her prime. AJ Lee, when she became champion, definitely took over the women division or the Diva division before Paige came in and really, push her to the limit. Yes, out of the Bella twins, it is Nikki because Nikki is more technical.
She got more power, more technical, better wrestler.
Brie had her moment, but it's not as clean as Nikki.
She needs Brie mode. She basically has to go Super Saiyan to be good. She has to go Brie mode to.
I mean, everybody has a mode, all right? And then lastly, Lita. Lita is definitely during the Attitude Era, not during when she did that little nonsense with Edge in that ring, but mostly when she had that the time when the women championship was defended between her and Trish, and they did a pretty good job. So those are, to me, are their prime.
Okay.
What do you believe is their prime before we go into this?
I would say I agree with most of them. Basically Lita, I would say Lita overall had a tougher training because she basically had to she was the first to do, not first to do everything, but she was the only one who's doing aerial assaults, and she was with the Hardy Boys. So she had a rockier road, which made her more extreme or more experienced.
And her competitors were not as technical as she was.
Well, the top tier were. So you had Victoria was good, really good. She was super technical and really good. You had Trish Stratus. Tori Wilson was there. So she had the top tier of that division was good. The other one was just
two.
But there's only 5.
There was Jacqueline, but Jacqueline was more power.
Yeah,
but she was power.
She was one of the boys, and she trained with the boys, basically.
She did.
Thunder Rosa, currently, she's wrestling. She's probably one of the best female wrestlers of AEW at the moment, technically.
Yeah, but is she in her prime now?
Yeah.
Okay.
AJ Lee, she was good. Basically, before Paige, that was her peak. That was she was the best of the best at that. During she took over that division. Nikki wrestled against better performers than Lita and AJ Lee because then she had to go against Charlotte. Basically, the current roster. Basically, she had to go through. But I think if I had to pick one of them who went between them, it wouldn't be Lita. I feel like she's one mistake away from she might miss or something. So I don't think she could win the match. Nikki, if Brie was there, she would win.
It's a fatal four, so there's no disqualification.
But with the assistance of Brie, she could win.
Okay.
But if it was just them four, I would have to go with AJ Lee.
Damn,
by submission.
If AJ Lee was coming to Comic-Con, you would be the first one.
No, Lita's coming to Comic-Con, and yeah.
I already met.
And Paige too is coming to Comic-Con too, which is cool.
No, she's not Paige anymore.
Well,
Saraya.
Yeah.
Saraya is
Oh
coming.
yeah, so AJ Lee, I will say she will win by submission.
I'm not getting my ticket. I'm good.
Yep.
Thunder Rosa is in her prime.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, the Fatal 4-Way, I could see Lita working with AJ and then Thunder Rosa working with Nikki. I could definitely see Nikki trying to hype up the crowd, like kicking everybody out of the ring. I could see Lita taking some, doing some like flips here and there from the steel chair or from the barricade. Like a backflip here or there. AJ Lee, I think she will be a little bit reserved because she's very witty and smart. Like she's smart.
She's not the veteran. Like by savviness, she will be the most.
And she's
veteran.
not the strongest either. Yeah. So she's definitely a little bit more reserved in her moves and when to utilize it. I think Thunder Rosa will try to take more of control of the match, which make her look more favorable. I could definitely see AJ Lee getting hit with the Nikki what was it called 2.0?
The Rack Attack.
The Rack Attack 2.0, which is like the combination of John Cena, Randy Orton finisher together. I could see her getting that bump, then Lita doing the moonsault, and then Thunder Rosa probably try to sneak in and get the sneaky pin. But then AJ Lee could win the match, guys. In my mind, AJ Lee looks more favorable, but if she doesn't break the pin, then it's Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, I think she has to win with her finish, the Widow, like her submission,
the grappling.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. If she doesn't get there on time, then it's like she'll lose to Thunder Rosa. I think Thunder Rosa it'll be Thunder Rosa, AJ Lee for me. Thunder Rosa, AJ Lee, Nikki, and then Lita. Because Lita would just be there just for the hype, the name, versus everybody else. But each of their name is still good enough. But between Nikki and Lita, like Lita is more respectable because of everything she endured during the Attitude Era and then her time in WWE. Nikki is like one of the most popular.
This is basically like the same thing we had last week. We had Andrade, Rey Fénix, Rey Mysterio, and Pentagon.
Damn, I've been doing a lot of Latinos.
So basically, Fénix, it's Lita.
Mm-hmm.
The muscle, basically Andrade, it's Nikki. Then you have a well-rounded one is Pentagon, and Rey Mysterio is AJ Lee. Basically, it's like. So I didn't deviate it too much. That I kind of took not the same reasoning, but that's what I'm pick. I picked Rey Mysterio last week. That's why I have AJ Lee.
I'm going with Thunder Rosa. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Thunder Rosa because I think she just show us something different. But if not, AJ Lee would get the win. All right, so that's our pick. That's our little match right there. We're giving some women some love. I think next week we're gonna do One Has to Go for sure. So please stay tuned. Share your thoughts. Comment down below to let us know who would you pick out of these four individuals to win this Fatal 4-Way. Oh, we didn't even talk about Brie interfering or anything either.
Yeah, that's I just threw it. But I was like, if she was part of it, then Nikki all the way. But yeah.
All right, fair enough. So with that being said, please be sure to follow us on all of our social media. Let us know what your thought of the Grand Slam event that's about to occur tonight, but you guys probably see this video later in the week. So
in
the future, so comment what you thought. Are you going to Comic-Con? Are you going to Survivor Series? Share your thoughts with us. We would like to talk to you guys either on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, or on Instagram, Providence Lucha Talk, and you can listen to our audio stuff on your favorite podcast. I am Jay Aguila.
This is Luisito.
And we say good night and peace.
See ya.